Hi, I'm Cindy Ertman, CEO and founder of The Defining Difference, a success-based coaching and training company focused on helping people master the power of intentional choice to create a defining difference in their own lives. I am so passionate about helping people grow and expand their possibility for success. So today I'd like to share with you my process for creating more clarity in our lives, thus allowing you to save time, money, and most importantly, your precious energy. As a leader in the mortgage industry for more than 20 years, it became clear for me, in order to live into my biggest dreams, that I needed to find simple ways to keep my own sanity and eliminate the chaos that me and so many of my colleagues were experiencing. At that time, I found myself at a place of complete and utter overwhelm. I was trying to run and expand my business, manage my team, organize my family and household, and more than anything, I wanted to be a good mom. I realized that over time, my chaos put me into complete overwhelm. It came from doing way too many things, lots of distractions, and no clear way to prioritize all my responsibilities. I'm sure that you can relate to my experience. So I want to be able to share with you today some of the things that really worked for me to get clear in my business, clear on my life, and prioritize my time so I could spend my days in my area of passion, helping people grow and expand to their full potential and create the success that they so deserve and desire. So in essence, you're leading your life by design and not by default. I began to get clear that my chaos came from 4 major categories in my life. 2 of them were external factors. They were my surroundings, and the other was being the impact of electronics. And 2 of them were driven by more internal factors, my personal situations and my mindset. I became increasingly aware that they all had the ability to completely rob me of my energy and my most valuable resources. So I knew it was time to make a change and take control of my life and my choices and start managing my life and my time, instead of allowing it to manage me. One of the single greatest gifts I ever gave myself was investing in me. So I sought the support of some top personal development coaches and trainers and mentors to learn more about myself, and most importantly, the best ways to overcome overwhelm, seize my passion, and live life to its fullest. Well, fast forward 20 years, and I've moved way beyond overwhelm to truly live the life that I desire. And now I'm so privileged to be able to help other people go through the same process, and I teach them through my personal success approach called The Defining Difference. So over the next 30 minutes, I'm going to provide you with 3 simple steps that will help create clarity and eliminate the chaos from your life. First, we need to understand how we actually got into chaos in the first place. We need to understand how we truly got here. And I said chaos comes from overwhelm, and overwhelm comes from just far too many things being in our way. Too many things competing for our time and our attention. All the noise of this overwhelm can drain out our energy, diffuse our focus, and leave us feeling depleted and disempowered. And I just think about this for a minute. We as human beings have been around for about 200,000 years, and during 99% of that time, we did little but survive and procreate. Just 100 years ago, life was far quieter and less complicated than it is today. Research has shown that our human brain operates at low speeds of about 120 bits, or 15 bytes per second. By comparison, a fiber optic connection shoots data into your home at 75 megabytes per second, which is 5,000 times the rate that our brains can handle. We constantly ask our brains to sort, categorize, parse, and prioritize huge data streams that it was never meant to juggle. It shouldn't shock many of you on how unprepared our brains are to weigh and navigate the huge amounts of decisions that our modern lives throw at it. And yet, we continue to be overextended, overcommitted, and overwhelmed. So what is an energy drainer? The first step to conquering overwhelm is understanding what an energy drainer actually is and where they show up in our own life. For example, let's review an exterior energy drainer, which is your surroundings. Take a look at your surroundings. This includes clutter, disorganization, those unfinished projects, things in disrepair, excess noise, clothes, items no longer used, or unpleasant environments that you may have been tolerating at home or at work for a very long time. Number 2 could be electronics, such as your cell phone, text, computer, voicemail, social media, TV. Number 3 is an internal energy drainer. It's our situations that regularly come up for you. This would be your negative relationships or people that drain you in your life. Maybe not speaking up or bottling up your own emotions. Maybe challenges with personal finances or holding on to unresolved anger. Or maybe it's been unwillingness to forgive someone that you truly care about. And lastly, number 4 is your mindset. Like when you say to yourself, I can't, I don't deserve it. I need to put everyone else before me. Your own limiting beliefs that hold you back from your true potential. Maybe it's self-defeating language or negative mind chatter or replaying past events. You get the picture, right? So first I want to share a short exercise that will really help you get clarity about your situation, which includes your closest relationships. I did this exercise many years ago for the first time, and it really gave me great awareness about the relationships that truly fuel me and support me. And those relationships that I have with certain people that depleted me. So you'll start by making a list of 20 people that you're closest to and that you spend the most time with. This can be your family members, like your kids, your spouse, significant other, could be your business associates, your friends. Make a list of the 20 people that you spend the most time with. Then I want you to put a check mark next to all of those that fuel and support you in life. And I want you to put a minus sign next to those that drain you. Maybe they complain a lot and they drain your energy. Be honest, this exercise is strictly for you. So as an example, I'll share with you, when I did this exercise, there were 3 people on my list that depleted me, and I gave them minus signs. Candidly, one was my business partner of 16 years. One was an employee who had great talent, and one was my husband. After careful review of those 3 relationships, I made some decisions that were truly some of the best decisions that I've ever made for my energy and for my own life and happiness. I let go of an employee because she not only depleted my energy, but she literally sucked the life out of everybody in the office, and the whole energy shifted after she was gone. It was long overdue. Next, I reviewed my relationship with my business partner, and I realized that she played an important role in my life, but I chose to spend less physical time with her. This helped my energy tremendously, as spending so much physical time with her at the office really was depleting me. And finally, my marriage. I looked carefully at my marriage, and I made a decision to truly focus on making more time for my husband and truly committed to getting the help that we needed as a couple to create a stronger marriage. But after 2 years of effort and work to improve my marriage, we both decided it was time to move on. And I'm actually now great friends with my ex-husband. But all 3 relationships needed shifts, and this exercise helped me take the steps to improve my life in very meaningful ways, and I know it will for you too. So when I think about my own energy drainers and my own overwhelm, something that comes up for me in a big way is being aware of my surroundings and how my physical space fuels me. I find that our personal space has a lot to do with overwhelm, and many of my clients need to first organize their space before they organize their life and drive towards greater success habits. As an example, my garage became a huge bone of contention for me. My garage became a dumping ground for my college kids, everything that had no place in my home. I had a 2-car garage and there was no ability to park my car in it. This may ring true for many of you as well. Anyhow, I'd had enough. The garage situation weighed heavily on me, and my car was always dirty, and I knew it should be in the garage. My life felt chaotic, and one day I made a decision. I was not going to tolerate this anymore. It was time for me to take action and create a plan. So I researched a local organization company, and I spent 1 day of my life working with them to organize my garage. It was amazing. The beauty of it all. They divided into categories, one for recycling, one for what was going to be donated, one to be boxed and labeled, whatever needed to be thrown away. By the end of that day, my cabinets were organized and my garage was clean It felt physically and mentally freeing to me. Now every day I drive into a more spacious environment. And every time I walk into my garage, I know where to find the items that I need, and I feel organized and free from clutter. My car stays cleaner, and I save a lot of time because I know where everything is located. It no longer drains my energy. It allows me to feel less chaos and more clarity in my life. Can you relate to that feeling, maybe about your own garage, or maybe some other area part of your life? What about your physical space is draining you, taking your mental space, and maybe keeping you in overwhelm? It's important to understand your space. It reflects your life, and how we do anything is how we do everything. So next, here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like each of you to take out a paper and pen. I want each of you to complete this simple exercise of doing a complete house inventory. This is a fail-proof method, I promise you. Take an inventory of your entire home or office. This will help you create the awareness of what you have literally blocked, ignored, or looked past. This will become all the things that annoy you list, the things that you've tolerated list. So walk through your house and do a complete inventory of everything that's in disrepair, such as loose door handles or pictures that are crooked, disorganized drawers, walls that need to be painted, maybe gardens that lacked attention, clutter that's accumulated, etc. So I recently did this exercise again in my own house. I took my own house inventory just a few weeks ago, and I came up with 3 areas that needed my focused attention. So I decided to start with my backyard. My yard has always been a place of solitude and peace for me, and a place that creates relaxation. It's been beautiful weather, and as I sat in my yard, I realized how much it was lacking my attention. My yard was tired. It was in need of replanting, new flowers, the deck needed to be painted, the fence needed repairing. I realized I was not really enjoying my yard like I once did. It used to give me such joy. So I suddenly reflected back on a story from my past that made me take immediate action. I was reminded of my first home that I ever owned in Northern California. In some ways it was my dream home, probably because it was my first home. But even so, we had put all of our money into buying the home and decorating the inside of the house, and we were left very short of funds to landscape the backyard. For 2 years, we lived in that house with just a dirt mound outside. Then one day I got a call notifying me that I was being transferred to Southern California for my work. And we had to move very quickly. We were told by our realtor that we had to landscape the backyard in order to sell the house for a competitive price. So we took out a loan and landscaped the backyard. And as I looked at our beautiful new yard, it was spectacular. It made our house a home. And for months I was so sad that we never enjoyed that backyard until it was time to move. And I promised myself that I would never do that again. We deserve to enjoy our surroundings. Our home is really our sanctuary. So recently, I decided that I was going to get intentional about creating a comfortable space and went to work on my own backyard. I realized I needed help. I asked friends who they could recommend. I realized that not everyone can hire a landscaper, so maybe you can ask some of your friends to help, or enjoy the experience of sprucing up your own garden. As we know, it's very therapeutic. But I started with my inventory list of what I wanted to change in my yard and what items needed to be fixed, repaired, and beautified. So where in your house is your sanctuary? Maybe it's your home office or your man cave. Start your inventory there. So for you, by making an inventory list of all that's needed to be done, you can prioritize what's draining you, what you would like to attack first. This exercise is actually very enlightening. So look at it as a step in the right direction. It's also important to next address the blocks, which may have allowed things to get to this point. We tend to tolerate our messes and overwhelm, and yet find true power when we start to take action to get things organized. My example is my backyard was tired. It's a place where I go to find peace and solace, and instead each time I went there I felt overwhelmed and constantly focused on that state of disrepair. So I ask you, what are your blockers for you that keep you from taking action on your home or your office or your space? Normally it falls into one of 4 categories: time, money, overwhelm, resources, or maybe you don't know who to call. You may not have enough money, you may not have enough time, it may be too overwhelming to even think about, or you don't know who can help you. And then that's where the second simple thing kind of comes into play. It's the power of focus. When we unleash the power of our focus and we begin to take action, we can truly begin to clean up our messes once and for all. Sometimes to move forward in our business and our life, we must first look at what's holding us back from making intentional choices to get us from where we are to where we want to be. We must look at ourselves and how we can adjust our choices and our daily decisions to move past our blocks and begin to establish new patterns of behavior to move us in the direction of our dreams. And this is an awesome start. So by addressing the blocks head on, you're able to begin to think in a new way, more strategically. Ask for a referral, hire a consultant, ask for help from a friend, have a planting party with your neighbors. This can be fun and creative. Create the plan of action and implement the plan. For example, in my case, I began to ask friends for landscaper recommendations as I knew my lack of time would be a block for me personally. Within one day, I had a recommendation and I made that call. I set an appointment within 24 hours with a local landscape specialist. I hired him in 3 days, and within a week, my yard had a facelift. My planters now have beautiful flowers, my sprinklers have been repaired, I now have landscape lights, solar are very inexpensive, and I'm so inspired and happy now when I sit in my backyard. I feel empowered because I took action to make my surroundings a priority, and I promise you, you will too. So let's do a short exercise together. Pick one place in your home or your office that could use some improvement. Close your eyes and really think about your environment, what it looks like right now, and what it could look like and feel like if it was repaired, beautified, organized. Visualize what that space would look like and how your energy might improve as a result. How would your joy increase because of this shift in your environment? So the lesson here is, with clarity and awareness, a plan of action, you can get effortless success. Once you decide what you want and create an action plan, it becomes more simple and more achievable to get the results you desire, which for me was to have a peaceful and beautiful backyard. One of my greatest lessons I've ever learned is to decide what I want, believe it is possible, and then take action required to achieve it. Once you take action and step towards your goal, the tasks seem less stressful and more attainable. And I've also learned to stop overthinking and overanalyzing the process. I've learned that it's worth it sometimes to even pay a wee bit more to save the countless hours of getting numerous bids and all the energy it takes to review them. So I decide what I want, I take action, I make a decision. This saves time, energy, and creates a result much more efficiently and brings me so much more joy. So I encourage you to stop overthinking the process and just do. You may want to enlist a friend or a spouse or your assistant, or pull in the neighbor's kids to help you, or ask for a reliable resource from your network. The minute I start asking for resources, it's amazing. Someone actually shows up. So in a nutshell, the process is pretty simple. It kind of goes like this. Number 1, diagnose the problem. Number 2, make a list. Decide what you want. Number 3, take action. Number 4, and number 5 is enjoy the result. We tolerate our messes and our overwhelm because we don't take action to get things organized. My example is my backyard was tired. It's a place that I want to go to have peace and solace, and instead each time I went there I felt overwhelmed as I was constantly focused on the state of disrepair. My mentor Jack Canfield taught me a long time ago that many times we have to slow down before we go faster. So we often tell ourselves we don't have time to address something, fix it now, stop, or just do it. But by not stopping, we actually eat up more time in the long run and we drain our energy. So don't be one of those people who waits to fix their home until they're getting ready to move. That was such a valuable lesson for me. We spend so much time in our home, we deserve to have a home that reflects a wonderful supportive energy. We don't truly sometimes understand how much our external environment plays a big role in our success. So how do you feel about the eliminating energy drainer exercise that we just went through? Did you find that you have energy drainers in many areas of your life? I mean, come on, we all do. However, once we acknowledge them and we become aware of how they're zapping our energy, it's easy to begin to clear out the clutter and create space for those things that energize us versus those things that drain us. So once you start the process of decluttering your life, you will be amazed at how much more productive you will become, both at work and at home. Now that you have some ideas as to what's zapping your time and energy, I'd love to share some more ideas with you on how you can get intentional and lean into the power that fuels you. My online training program, From Chaos to Clarity, How to Reclaim Your Life and Accelerate Your Results, takes you on a journey to take action and reclaim your life and gives you new ways to create more success and happiness in your life. This program contains 7 online training modules with videos and training guides, so you can learn all of my very best tips, tools, and strategies to help you get out of overwhelm and on the true path to productivity. Here's what you'll learn to improve your productivity. You're gonna find out how to harness the power of intentional choice, to prioritize your day and create more time for those things that truly matter most to you. You're also gonna learn how to get out of overwhelm and reduce stress levels in your life, which is so important. You're gonna learn how to finally make progress on your goals that are most important to you in both your personal and your professional life. You will learn my proven success strategies to grow your business and reclaim your life. You will also learn my daily success rituals and how the world's most successful people start their day. And lastly, but not least, you will learn how to focus your time on income-producing activities, which will maximize your financial success in your business. So this is the first time I'm teaching this program online, and when I launch this mainstream, the regular price will be $197. I'm sure you'll agree to be able to reclaim your life and create the best results in your business and life for $197 is a fantastic value. But because I'm so excited to deliver this program online and help as many people as possible get out of overwhelm and achieve the success that I know you deserve, I've priced it at a rate that everybody can afford. So you can take action today. Your price will only be $97. That's a huge 50% off the regular price, and as always, you will be covered by my personal 30-day money-back guarantee. What that means is that if you're not feeling more clear, in control, and free from chaos within 30 days, just send me an email to cindy@thedefiningdifference.com and I will issue you a full refund. The thing is, I know you won't need to send me that email. I know that From Chaos to Clarity can help you take back your life and take your business to extraordinary new levels of success. So please know that it is my genuine mission to help you break free from what's holding you back. And I know without a shadow of doubt what it's like to be so overwhelmed that you truly can't breathe, you can't move, and you just can't see the next step that's in front of you. So I encourage you right now to join me and let me guide you to the life that you truly want to live. Click the link below now to take advantage of this opportunity. This is a special introductory offer. I can't wait to work with you and help you feel liberated in knowing that you have the power to live intentionally and get out of chaos and overwhelm and truly live your life by design, not by default. You deserve all the success that you desire. You know you're capable of achieving it. Until next time, let's live life with intention and break free from what's holding us back.